Gotta love adventurers. Always right on time. First and foremost, the dais is still there, but seated on top of it, his legs crossed, is a familiar-looking blue inferni, wearing a purple vest, some loose-fitting slacks, his hands in the pockets of his little vest. There is a large black spike that has been shoved into the center of the dais. Stone is cracked around it, and it seems to pulse with this nasty purple energy. Pulses out through the area kept by the dais. You see 3 other people. 2 of them are dressed in tight-fitting black armor, masks sort of covering their face. They stand with rifles, similar to what you saw being wielded at the attack in Brackenroad, pointed in your general direction. You see, on their knees, next to the altar, a burlap sack on their head, so you cannot quite see their face. But you see someone with verbal blue skin and feminine features.
What have you done?
Ash simply smiles. Well, I've done nothing yet.
If you're a dodo, maybe you don't know. Maybe you have wings that don't do a thing. Maybe there's something to all that is nothing. No looking back, go the way of the dodo. But if we can be great, extinction could be safe. Adventure and romance, mystery and nonsense. Some fear and some hope, bullying and sorrows. So maybe we all know the way of the dodo.
Nothing? You blew up the town.
Well, I blew up town hall. There's a difference. That was all I was responsible. An empty town hall. Thank you very much. It's interesting. I went down to where it was reported to be, and I saw a corpse of an old fawn. Looked like something important was there, but yeah, the thing I was looking for was gone. But thankfully, I had a thought. I had this idea that if who I thought had it did have it, they would probably do the thing that they believed was the right thing and bring it back where they probably found out about it. It seems I was right.
What is that Nephany?
Who?
Who's your hostage? Why do you have a hostage?
Well, while I was at town hall, someone attacked me, and one thing led to another, and now here they are. So, I figured it's good to have some resources in my back pocket. And it's been a real long day, y'all. I'm sure that y'all are tired. I myself have had a long day. A little bit of a disappointing day yesterday, so I'm just going to let y'all know how this is going to go. Simply put, I cannot let you put that staff in this altar. I simply can't. Now, I had a job to do here. I had to take that staff, give it to a certain somebody, and unfortunately haven't been able to do that yet, which would reflect badly on me. So, I think a fair, equitable trade. You give me the staff, and I'll give you this individual right here. Or you can simply turn around and walk away and keep the staff. That's also acceptable. And he points at his hostage and says, I'll let your imagination do the rest. So, what do we say we make this easy? You just drop the staff right there, turn around and walk away.
Crank. Give him the staff.
Are you crazy?
Nephany's crazy, but I don't want her to die. You don't want her to...
Of course I don't want her to die, but we can't give this guy the staff. He's worse
forgot.
than the apple people.
You forgot the third option, Ash.
Mm-hmm. And what's that?
We fucking kill you. And
My eyes go red.
Pistachio
Okay.
jumps
Everybody, just...
into
I'm going unstoppable.
Beastworm.
I'm going unstoppable. I'm going to
Okay.
say, if you want the stuff, you got to go through me.
All right. Very good. So as violent intent from you is felt, I need everyone to do something for me. As this spike pulses with energy, you see Ash's eyes go dark. And can everybody pick up their hope dice for me?
Oh no.
I would like you to hand your hope dice to me.
What?
Thank you so much. Give it here. Thank you.
Should I
You
just
know which
throw this
one's
across the
mine?
table
Here,
at
I
you?
got you.
Do you have it? You got it? All right, yeah, let's just hand it.
Uh-huh.
Be
Thank
nice.
you so much. Now I would like everyone to pick up a D8.
Isaac, be nice.
Isaac's not nice.
As an environmental effect, that is now your hope dice.
Great. Fantastic.
At the same time, I'm going to burn a fear to allow certain individuals to take a reaction that they had prepared. Don't mind me. I'm going to find out what happens first.
Isaac, you wouldn't still happen to be mad about last season, would you?
I think Isaac's mad about last season.
Not at all. So first and foremost, Pistachio, as you are beginning to charge forward, you take one step towards Ash, and bullets fly out of the trees and bushes as 3 attacks were made on you.
Oh, God.
One of them was a crit. One of them was a 9, and one was a 10. Do either of those other 2 hit?
Meets it, beats it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the 10 hits.
Very good. The first hit, which is the 10, that is 11 physical damage. The
And-
second one that is a crit, 24 physical damage. Hi, Isaac Allen Burns here. So once again, thresholds still apply. The damage that Pistachio took were from 2 separate sources. Pistachio is going to look at those and determine what thresholds they are at. Looking at the damage, you may spend an armor slot once per attack to decrease the threshold by 1. So if that 24 was severe damage, you may spend 1 armor slot to make that major damage.
Yep, thanks.
You cannot use multiple to bring it down more than just 1. As that occurs, Crank, actually, I want to find out, Kapi, in this moment you had said, give them the staff.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing as you see action start? What is Kapi's move here?
Is there any shadows here?
I would say it's kind of later in the day, so I'll say that there are some trees around casting some shadows.
So I don't think I've ever said what Kapi's subclass is.
Uh-huh.
So Kapi is a rogue Nightwalker.
Ooh.
And
What does that mean?
so yeah, the Nightwalker foundation is Shadow Stepper. So I can move from shadow to shadow. When I move into an area of darkness or a shadow cast by another creature or object, I can mark a stress to disappear from where I am and reappear inside another shadow within far range. When I reappear, I am cloaked.
Within far range.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think Kapi even knows that he can do this. I think any
Okay.
magic that Kapi has done, like the Rain of Blades, as far as he knows, comes directly from the ring.
Ooh.
So I think Kapi's freaking out a little bit. And while all of this is happening in front of him, he's going to dive into whatever the closest shadow is
Mhm.
and disappear, and then reappear in a shadow behind everything, the tabernacle, ideally closest to the hostage.
It's definitely within far range.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you turn around and run away from the combat towards where the tree line is, where shadows are.
Okay, well, yeah, you don't have to say it like that, but yes.
No, yeah, so you're running away from everything. And
Yes.
then you reappear further from everything, though. And that's good. No, yeah, I understand. So you're behind everything now.
Yes.
You see that there's not really any good shadows by the hostage, but you can get to the other side of the clearing where the dais is. That's about close range from the edge of the dais on that side as well.
Cool. So I'm going to mark a stress and do that.
Okay, Kapi, you appear on the other side. Crank, what are you doing?
I just saw Pistachio get hit a lot,
It's true.
and I am in unstoppable mode. And I am going to use my DodoBorne feature, which is dedicated. So record 3 sayings or values your upbringing instilled in you once per rest. When you describe how you're embodying one of these principles through your current action, you can roll a d20 as your hope die.
Ooh.
So my values that were instilled in me when I was created for war are protect if you can, avenge if you must, above all endure. And I am gonna run full tilt at this motherfucker because he just hurt my friend and I'm using avenge.
So you are, in this case, running directly at Ash.
Yes.
Very good.
And I want to attack him.
Having expected you to run full tilt at him, Ash brandishes a weapon. I'm going to spend a fear for him to use a reaction here. And Annie, I need an agility reaction roll from you.
Reaction roll.
Indeed. So you will not get hope or fear for this. This will simply be a roll of your d20 and your d12, and you will tell me what you get. You do want, in this case, higher than a 20.
That's a 9 and a 9.
Crit!
Crank, you see as you start running, Ash pulls out a weapon. You recognize this weapon. On that crit, I will say that you recognize this. This was a weapon specifically designed during the Civil War against your kind. This is a net that arcs with electricity to shut down the systems of Mark IIs.
What?
You see as he points this at you and fires. The memory of these come rushing back in your unstoppable mode, and you know that touching this would be very bad for you, and you are able to dodge out of the way just in time as he fires. Very good. Continue your move.
I want to attack him, but is my d20 spent now?
What does it say? Can you read out the ability for me?
It says once per rest, when you describe how you're embodying one of these principles through your current action, you can roll a d20 as your hope die. So I think it's spent.
Well, here's what I will say. Well, it's tough because as a reaction roll, that probably should have been spent on the attack roll itself.
That's what I was trying to do.
So I'm going to say, here's what I'll rule. You may instead choose to keep that result and roll an attack as normal. D8 is your hope dice. Or you can keep that for now and roll regular for that dodge. If you succeed on it, you can continue. But if you fail, then you will lose that d20. So either keep the crit on the dodge and attack normal, or risk dodging it as normal to get a crit on Ash.
Man, that is a pickle.
The real question is, do you think you can crit again? Because either you need to roll a 20 on your agility or you need to crit.
I would have to roll a 12 and an 8 to get a 20. So I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to attack him with my d8 as my hope die. I'd like to use Battleborn as my experience.
Very good, because you are defending yourself. In this case, you use that momentary burst of energy, flashing back in time. Adrian's face appears on Pistachio as you rush forward towards the thing attacking. What do we got?
15 with hope.
15 with hope. That will unfortunately miss. Because this is a miss, he gets to use a reaction to counterattack you.
I'm scared.
I'm
You should
scared
be.
too.
I should be.
Unfortunately, he is going to miss. You've taken him off guard by dodging the attack, so he is just able to get out of the way as you swing on him.
Can I mark a stress to hit him again?
You may mark a stress to hit him again.
Or try to hit him again?
As you reel back to strike again, he says, "You need to let the staff go, Crank. It's only going to ruin you."
I'm just going to say, don't hurt my friends. 16 with fear.
16 with fear, that unfortunately will miss. Thank you for the fear. Does a 12 hit your evasion?
Yes.
Just so everyone is aware, the damage that I am rolling for this is rolled by their hope dice.
No.
You see, as you swing once, he's off balance. You swing again. Like a seasoned veteran, he moves your hand out of the way smoothly. You see his hand glows with this dark purple energy, very similar to what you see in the spike, and he sends a strike to your stomach. That is 29 magic damage.
Okay. I'm unstoppable, so I reduce the severity of that. Oh, wait, it's magic damage. Never mind. No, I don't. It's only physical damage. So that's 3 HP. Gone.
He strikes hard and says, "They can go free if you just give me the staff." Pistachio, you have been immediately struck by multiple bullets. You see Kapi has vanished. You see Crank has run up to engage Ash. What are you going to do?
I think Pistachio is, not processing any of the things and has blamed Ash for everything in their heart of hearts and is not thinking rationally. I do think that hurt, though. So almost in reaction to that, their magic is going a little bit wild. And first, one beetle comes onto their face, and then another beetle starts sticking onto them, and then a swarm of armored, what looks like scarabs, swarm around them as like an armor, which is I'm using Conjure Swarm, so I've marked a stress to essentially give myself beetle armor. So that has kind of gone on at the same time, almost instinctually. But I think the moment and the thing that they were actively trying to do was they were actively going to jump into a beast form. So that happens in reaction.
Nice.
And then you see, again, they are just looking and thinking about the thing that will hurt this thing the most. And they recall the Boer and how fucking terrifying that was. And as they turn this time into a fucked up Dodo bear.
Oh no.
Dodo bear?
The
Dodo
Dodo
bear.
bear. A roar
As they
echoes.
roar. And then they're gonna go on a rampage.
Ooh.
So they're gonna attack the thing that is whoever is closest to them. I don't know if that's Ash or if you said there was a couple other people in front of them.
Now that an attack has occurred, as you swing to the side, you see that there's one guy up in a tree. You see there are two others in a brush dressed in the similar black armor to the other people that are beside the dais here.
Okay, so the closest person to them is not Ash. It's one
It's
of the
one
two.
of the other people. Yeah.
Okay, so whoever is closest is they're just gonna go into melee with them and just start swinging.
Ooh, swing away.
That is an 18
That will hit.
with fear.
Nice.
And 12 physical damage as the Dodo bear claw just rends into this thing, and they're like,
Nice. You see you rend into this person's armor. He is kind of bloodied. He didn't like that. That wasn't good for him. As you start attacking one of the people at the side who ambushed you. Kapi, we cut over to you. You have just appeared in the shadows. You see both of your companions engaged with the enemy. You also see one of the other individuals in black armor has pointed their rifle at the hostage.
So I am cloaked.
You are cloaked.
Okay. So Cappy's behind all of this watching.
Mhm.
And I think he looks at Crank having the toughest time he's ever had. And he looks at Pistachio, who's just turned into a bear and also is barely hanging on after being damaged. And then this hostage. And I think, at least for the time being, can he analyze the situation and try to see what,
Go ahead.
yeah?
Go ahead. Give me an instinct roll.
Can I use Cyrus, Cappy? Because I figure he's what would Cappy or what would Cyrus do? What would Cyrus do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Cool.
Go ahead, roll.
What'd you say? Instinct?
Instinct.
+0, a 5 and a 7
Okay.
with fear.
Fear. Thank you.
12 with fear.
You are looking at the situation. From the little bit that you interacted with Ash, you know that he is incredibly dangerous. He's not wielding a weapon, but the rest of the people around are. Speaking of weapon, the thing that you hone in on is the individual pointing a rifle at the hostage is not looking at the hostage. They are looking at where you were, and they're looking around where you were, really confused. This is incredibly dangerous. The other thing that I think pops into your mind on a 12 is that where is Percival?
Right.
You don't know where Percival is, and your eyes settle upon the spike in the middle of the ground. You're not quite able to figure out what, but it almost seems related.
Okay.
But those are the things that you have.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to, I don't know what this is going to equal, but I'm going to go try to come out of cloaked, body slam the guy with the gun that's not paying attention, and almost use that momentum to get towards the spear in the middle where I can hopefully pull it out of the center.
Okay. So you're going to go for the spear.
Yeah, but
and
I was trying to
you're-
knock the guys
So you're-
from pointing a gun at the hostage.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you're trying to just shove them to the side. Okay. Go ahead and do, are you using a weapon at all, or are you just really just shoving?
I'm just going to shove. I didn't bring the halberd with me. And
Okay. We'll say in this case, then we'll make it a strength check.
Okay.
So go ahead and do a strength check. I'll say that since you're cloaked, I will give you advantage since you're sort of coming upon this person suddenly.
strength is +0.
What do we got?
20 with fear.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And that will work. You run up, you shove this individual, you hear a and they get pushed to the ground. Very good. And you're running towards the spear?
Yes.
So you run past Crank and Ash. And as you descend upon the spear, what's the plan here? Are you just going to pick it up and try and pull it out? Or?
Yes.
Okay. As you jump towards that, Crank, you and Ash are locked in. Ash has said, give up the staff, you can go free. How does Crank respond?
Crank isn't thinking right now
Okay.
about anything but violence.
Okay.
And like his entire purpose is to protect and to take any damage that anyone else might take on himself. So he's just gonna keep going and keep trying to hit him.
Do it up.
Ugh, 15 with hope.
Get a hope. Get your hope.
Get a hope.
Got my hope.
Got the hope.
Crank, that misses.
Yep.
As you swing again wildly, your fists are like a boxer's, right? You're putting your full strength in each of them. And Ash, almost expecting these wild swings, moves out of the way and counterattacks. He misses on that one.
Really?
He does,
What did
yeah.
he roll?
He rolled a 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
He
that
rolled
definitely
He
misses.
rolled a natural 1.
I'm gonna take another stress and try to hit him again.
Nice. He's going for what he's like expecting as a weak point, but you're a robot, so it doesn't quite. So he like hits it, but it doesn't
Yeah,
do any
and
damage.
I want to use my experience again of Battleborn.
Do it. Spend that hope. Roll again.
That's a crit.
There it is.
Yo.
Nice. Roll damage.
All right. Well, I do 2d8 now, so that's 16 plus 5 is 21 plus 4 is 25 plus 7
Hmm.
is 32 because I took a domain card called Body Basher and I add my strength to my damage. So 32.
Wowza.
Nice. You deal major damage and hit him. Real good.
Major damage at 32.
What?
Holy
I
shit.
think we're fucked, guys.
Crank, you swing and crack him across the chin. His head whips to the side. I just whipped my head to the side, which is why the mic went back. He whips to the side. He swings back with a smile on his face and blood trickling down the side of his mouth and says, "It's a long road to ruin, Crank. I'd hate to see you walk down it." And as he looks past you back at Kapi. And Kapi, as your hands grab the spike, I need you to give me a presence reaction roll. And by all 9 gods, roll good.
Okay. My presence is a +2. 15 with fear.
You know, I don't like watching Isaac take these little gems from us. I
Kapi's
don't.
giving me so much
Because
fun.
you gave me a small dice. to-
Kapi, you grab the spear and
Like Excalibur, I pull it out and we all win. Happily ever after. Thank you for joining, everyone. This is our episode of DodoBorne. We'll see you next week.
Kapi, you pull out the spear and you see Ash and he says, "Oh, I'm defeated," and he falls dead. And you see Nephany gets up and takes off the burlap sack and says, "Kapi, I love you." And she runs up and gives you a big hug and a kiss.
Yeah.
Everyone else sees Kapi grab onto the spear, and no sooner does he do so, there is a pulse of dark energy. Like touching a live wire, Kapi freezes up. This is great. Once again, I get to roll their hope dice as damage.
All 3 of them.
All three of them.
D12s.
What?
Kapi, you take 26 magical damage, and you are vulnerable. This is direct damage, which means that it cannot be decreased by armor slots.
Okay. Well, then I'll mark, severe, so I'll mark my 3 HP.
Pistachio, because you're sort of within view of this is behind Crank at this point, and you're sort of focused on this out of the corner, you see Kapi freeze up. That pulse goes out, shoots into him, and you feel like with maybe a little more gumption, perhaps Kapi would have absorbed that to the point that it wouldn't have affected everybody, but it blew right through him. You see parts of him almost disintegrate away as he grabs onto this intense relic. What are you going to do? This guy in front of you who you've been attacking has turned to you and looks about ready to attack back. But what are you going to do here?
I think Pistachio was enraged, but seeing Kapi get almost dead himself is freaking out a little bit more and taking a second to like actually assess the situation. They look over at Crank. Crank, how bad do you look?
I've got 5 HP left, so I'm doing all right.
Where on the battlefield is this guy versus like where the staff?
So you're within close range of the dais. I'm going to say at this point you are far from where the staff is because Crank has run forward further than like 30 feet at this point to get to Ash based on where you started and where you are at now. You've kind of gone to the side to attack this guy. At 12 o'clock is the altar. At halfway between 12 and the very center is Ash and Crank. The hostage is at 11 o'clock. You are at like off the clock in the direction of 5.
Okay.
You are far away. If you want to get up to Crank, it will require a roll.
And to get up with Kapi would also require a roll.
Yes.
Okay. Here's what Pistachio is going to do. Pistachio cannot get to Crank and is not going to let both Kapi and Crank go down. I think Pistachio is picking up what Kapi is doing and realizing that's probably the smarter move. So they're going to use their fun Caprin leap to leap anywhere within close range without having to roll for it, to bound kind of over this guy that they were going to attack and kind of get to where Kapi is, which they can still do in their beast form. And they're going to use their DodoBorne, which is a single sacrifice saves many, to roll with a d20 to try and pull this thing out.
Okay.
What?
Do it up. Presence roll.
And 19 with hope.
19 with hope.
He's still smiling. It's not good.
That's not good.
We had to get a 20.
Pistachio, you go to grab onto this thing and you rolled with hope. This unfortunately will not decrease the countdown that is on this spike for it to get pulled out based on your actions, which was very astute of you. However, because you rolled with hope, you may choose to take the brunt of the damage here. However, the effects of this effect, the effect of this decrease in your hope, this weakening of your systems, this feebleness in your arms, that can be allayed from your allies for their next roll. You may choose to do that.
Yeah, I think Pistachio will choose to do that.
Very good. You will take more damage if you do this. Just to be clear, I'm going to re-roll the lowest d12 that I have here as an indication of the extra oomph that you are receiving here.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
And I'm in another reality right now, basically.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
you're
not
kinda-
seeing Pistachio grab the...
You're like a split second of this. Once Pistachio grabs it, you will come back to reality and see what's going on. That is 23 magic damage to you, Pistachio. Crank and Kapi, you feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders for just the very moment, like the brief moment where a migraine subsides before coming back, you feel lighter. Kapi, you come to, your hands feel like they have been burned, like you've touched a stove for a little too long, and you see Pistachio next to you. Pistachio, are you still up? Are you still alive?
Pistachio is still alive thanks to my extra HP.
Pistachio is really messed up, but you see holding onto this sphere, trying to pull it out, but it is magically embedded into this place of power. At that same time, Kapi, as you come to, you notice all of the guns on all of you. And I'm now going to spend this fear as they fire upon you. This one that I got from Pistachio, I'm going to fire at Pistachio.
I think he's looking and he's just...
Where am I?
Yeah,
How
I was going to
close
say,
am I?
can I shield Pistachio?
So because you're just coming out of it, and Crank, we already elected that you're a little further from them right now. You are locked in with Ash.
Can I shield?
Sure, Kapi. I will say you can shield from this.
No, shield Pistachio.
Yeah, you are
okay.
taking the hit for Pistachio. You jump in the way.
Yeah, I come out of it and I look up and I see all the guns and I see Crank over there and I see Pistachio just all messed up and instantly put my whole body in jacket
Nice.
over.
You put your whole body on Pistachio as they fire upon you. First one is 14.
And
You can use an armor slot on this one.
okay, I'm going to.
The second one is 15.
Okay, and I can only use one armor slot per,
Attack.
so I can use it on now
You
again.
can use each arm. You can
Okay.
use one armor slot on each of the separate attacks, but those are separate attacks. They don't
Okay,
add together. And go
Gotcha.
down.
So
It's two separate ones.
it's It popped up and said death move. Wait, can I mark stress instead or no?
It's
How
HP.
much HP do you have?
Well, right now, none.
Oh, shit.
Kapi, as you approach your mortal coil, you have a choice here. You may choose if death takes you or if you continue to live another day. You may either go out in a blaze of glory. What this means is that you are going to embrace death. You may take an action. The result of it will be treated as a critical success, and then Kapi will die.
Whoa.
You may risk it all. In this case, you will roll your duality dice, and if your hope dice is higher than your fear dice, your character is going to stay on their feet, clear an amount of hit points or stress equal to the value of that hope dice. However, if your fear dice is higher, your character will unfortunately die. If you critically succeed, something else will happen. Or you can choose to avoid death. This is the equivalent of simply going unconscious, but you may receive a scar for doing so.
Do I gamble?
No, man. Don't
All right,
gamble.
yeah, okay. I'll go unconscious.
Okay? When you go unconscious, what I need you to do is I need you to roll your hope dice. If the value is equal to or under your level, you will gain a scar, which if you gain a scar, we'll talk about. But just know that because you are now level 2, you need to roll a 3 or higher to not receive a scar.
Okay. Woohoo. That's a 4.
Very close. You hold on to Pistachio as you feel the bites of these bullets stab into you like knives. And I ask you, Joe, in this moment, where do your eyes go as you feel your consciousness slipping away?
I think they look over at Crank, or I think they just look down at Pistachio. And I think they're happy and proud that they did something good for once.
Nice. As you hold on to Pistachio, your consciousness fades out, and 2 shots were fired at you. Another shot hits you. And Pistachio, in this moment of like holding on, you feel yourself go limp. Crank, in your unstoppable, the connection that you have with them, something is very bad. Ash, at this point, is sort of dodging your attacks, has just been punched. I'm going to spend a fear, and I'm going to roll an attack. This is not an attack to hit you. This is an attack to get the staff off of your back. Let's find out if he can do it. That is a 14. Okay, that hits your evasion. In this case, he, instead of doing damage, I'm going to say that he is able to get around you, grab onto the staff, yank it off of you. You feel this separation to the staff, and you're deep within your soul, you feel this breaking of this connection you had to it. In a strange way, though, kind of like coming out from underwater, your senses come to in a moment. You're not out of unstoppable or anything, but there was something weighing down on you that is no more. In this moment, Craig, as you whip around, as Ash is behind you, you see Pistachio and Kapi over this spike. You see Ash directly in front of you. He has the staff. He's holding it kind of behind him, and his hand is held out towards you, sort of in like a defensive stance. And he looks at you with all of the graveness possible and says, "Take your friends and leave." How does Crank respond?
I mean, there are some things that are more important than a staff, and my friends are what's more important. So I'm just going to go to them, and I'm going to see if I can pick them up away from the spike, and I'm going to try to get them away.
You grab onto them, to Pistachio, who has been hurt very bad by this thing, and Kapi, who is unconscious, bleeding out. You pick them up, both in your arms. You are strong enough to do so, and you run. Kapi or Pistachio, do you look back at the dais?
I mean, I'm out, so.
You're
Pistachio, I
unconscious.
think, is still awake, or did they get hit by that last one?
Pistachio got hit by nothing because Kapi took the bullet.
I think they had bellowed when Kapi fell, and so their eyes go from Kapi, who is unconscious now that Crank has pulled them up, to looking back to seeing what at the dais at Ash, just to get one last look at it.
Make a instinct check here as you are looking out.
Are we still affected by the negative?
As you are running away, in this point, the further you get from the spike, as you get out of the clearing, you feel that weight leave you. You are no longer under the effect of it.
Can I have my hope die back
Yes, you may.
then?
Which one is yours?
Thank you.
Go ahead, pass that out to everybody.
High hope dice.
All right. I wanted that before. 21 with fear.
So with fear. Pistachio, as you look up, your eyes attuned like that of a hunter to the smallest details. You see Aj looking at the three of you running away. There is not a shred of victory on his face, but almost resignation. The face of someone who's disappointed in what occurred, but still has a job to do. At the same time, you look over at the hostage, and in the brief moments that you're running away, you see that they rock back on their heels and stand up. Their arms come out from behind them as though they were never bound at all. And you see the burlap sack come off and see a face of a beardless, hairless dwarf.
I think Pistachio, again, is just like the bellow as they like come out of beast form is just like a fuck.
As you run through the trees, the three of you, you sort of, I'm going to say in this point, Pistachio, the emotion that you're feeling, the wounds sort of take over and you begin to lose consciousness. As the three of you are going away, Aj sighs heavily, does a weird whistle, and you hear a buzzing as a creature about the size of a horse with iridescent wings comes out from a bit of a distance and lands. These saddles upon the back of this flicker fly that Aj and company use as a mount. Aj looks over at a soldier dressed in black who's currently dusting themselves off and standing up. He looks and says, "What did I tell you? You weren't as close to him as they were." You see the soldier sighs, pulls off their helmet to reveal Nephany.
You son of a bitch.
She glowers and says, "I don't believe everything that you've said to me, but this is my only shot getting out of here anymore. So fine, you were right about him." He nods sadly, and him, the other members of the crew, hop on a flicker fly, head off. The spike in the ground remains. And as the three of you head back to town, that is where we will end this session of
Unbelievable.
DodoBorne.
Ugh.
In the next session, we will awaken 3 weeks from this moment. We will be in Algenabai, which is the place that you had indicated that you would go next time. And we will find out what's been going on these last 3 weeks. And
Wow.
with a defeated
Oh my
squawk
God.
on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Squawk.
Hey, it's a podcast. I just want to check
Are
in.
you
Is everyone okay? That was a lot. That was tough.
I'm okay. I'm good.
I'm good. That was.
I
that
was
good.
sitting here the whole time going, if Crank went down, that would be such a good narrative moment.
Yo.
But it didn't happen.
Oh my God.